Hello and welcome to Happy Autism Podcast. I'm your host Mishka Sibert, a certified life coach and the founder of Happy Autism. The purpose of this podcast is to shine light on the topics that are staying in the shadows and in darkness in order to heal collectively as people that are together on this journey, whether you're a sibling, a mother, a parent, a caregiver, or autistic yourself. We are all welcome in this safe space where you can collectively talk about things safely and openly and heal together. Because this journey can be challenging, but we want to create a brighter and happier future together. So let's dive right in. Hello, welcome to Happy Autism Podcast and YouTube channel also. You can watch this episode on YouTube also. And exclusively on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/happyautism to support our podcast and spread a message where you will get exclusive behind the scenes and you will have early access to all the episodes. And much more, definitely much more. Special sessions with me, special commission personalized art as a gift from Samko, and all the goodness. And we really do appreciate every support and all your love, because it keeps us going and growing, and this way we can actually, and I can actually bring very important messages to the community, anyone that needs to hear those messages and resources and knowledge. Today's episode it's already bringing tears to my eyes, and I actually was completely planning something else to talk about, and like you have a shower and messages come to you. And ask Spirit, what should I talk about? God, universe, Spirit, call it whatever. If you haven't noticed, this podcast is very spiritual because this journey is very transformational with autism and is spiritual. And if you're spiritual, you will love this. If you're not spiritual, please have an open mind, because you can learn something new since I combine psychology and spirituality. So you'll learn a lot, and some things might trigger, some things might make you emotional, and today's topic will be a very interesting one. And it's called the types of autism moms. Autism mom in this way classified as a mother of autistic child or children. Whether the mother is also autistic or not, I'm going to use this term. So please just have an open mind, don't get offended. I know some moms don't like to be called autism moms, or don't like using this term if someone doesn't have autism or is not autistic. But autism moms for me, or auti moms, are moms of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful autistic children. And it's just a very, very beautiful journey, but it uncovers a lot of things. And now I'm going to tell you a certain types and share their stories. I'm going to tell you about some women. And I want you to pay attention and listen and take what resonates and maybe think about this, or reach out to me if you do resonate. Please do, because you're not alone in this. And my intention is always to empower, to spread healing, and to spread a healing, because I always say that we're all in this together. And this journey can be very, very challenging and very lonely. And I want you to know you're not alone in this. So the first mom is a single mom, or is a divorced mom. It's a mom that is all alone in this. And she is struggling. Because she's all alone in this journey, she might not have that much support. And she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot of pain. And, let's say she's got a boy that is autistic. Here we go. So she's got a boy that is autistic, and she finds all the joy and love in that boy. She over focuses on that boy. She really yearns and desires a man that will support her, a man that will bring her love. But her heart is broken and wounded, and she feels lonely, so she attaches so strongly. She creates such strong and deep connection and attachment to this boy that she is losing herself. But she's not aware of that. She sacrificed everything for this little child, or boy, a teenager. She's given everything to him. All her time, all her thoughts, all her love, all her compassion and care, the beautiful, deep, loving care that comes from her heart. And this mom, for her, the son is her universe. It's her universe. It's the love of her life. She even can say this, like, you're the love of my life. I will never love anyone like I love you. You're the most precious being in my life. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting emotional because some of these words I said as a sister, these words were said by my mom, and these words are said by other moms. And the thing is, when you're so strongly attaching yourself to another being, a human, whether it's your child or not, you feel safe in that space. And I can understand that you feel safe, that your inner child feels safe in that precious, loving, pure, innocent aura of your child that is so special and is so special. And I understand that. But you deserve love. You deserve love, not just from your child. Your child is not the cup that you can drink every day. Your child can have healing energy, but your child is not your healer, is not your savior. It's not the cup. You need to fill your own cup with your own love. Because what it creates is that you can suck the energy of a child. Because that child is very sensitive and absorbs your pain. As a highly sensitive being, your child absorbs your pain. Your child loves you so much, but it absorbs all your pain. Or not all, some, depends. But your child doesn't know what to do with this. It's a child. And what this is not healthy for you because you're not healing yourself. You're not moving on. You don't want to move on. Or maybe you do want, but you're scared to. Because what's familiar is to be in this loneliness where it's just you and your child against the whole world. But that's not the path to wholeness if you are not treating yourself as whole. You can be happy, you can feel happy, but you deserve way more. And I know that some moms that are single can be like so happy on their own. And I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm saying is that there is a danger of toxicity that comes from codependency. The child can be so, and can become actually even more codependent on your love, your son or daughter. But now we're just giving an example of a mother, she's a woman, and son. Okay, to show you the feminine and masculine energies in a play through this relationship. And it can be like really this codependent pattern where your child, where your son is dependent on you, and if anyone comes to your life, he will feel threatened, and he might feel threatened or feel abandoned. And it might be harder for you to actually move to the dream reality where you have a complete family, where you have a man that is supporting you and your child and loves you and your child, which I understand is a big fear. Like, who would, love me with my little baggage that I adore it all my life? But that is your job to clear those mindsets and beliefs and fears. It's only your job to do that. You're accountable for doing so. In fact, you have to do this. You've got to do this. This journey can be very challenging. You shouldn't be on this journey on your own. And you're like so used to being alone that it can be hard for you to move to the stage where you're actually sharing your life with someone. But it's worth trying. And you need to fill your own cup, heal your own inner child, and feel safe in your own body. Not in your child's presence, but in yourself. And then comes through doing work that comes through healing your feminine and masculine wounds from your parents' relationship, from your relationship with them, and doing all this family and past healing, releasing and allowing yourself to make peace with the past so you can move on through embodied and strong and empowered presence into the future. Because presence is the key to heal, forgive, and to move on. And to feel safe. Not to completely live the past narratives, but create your new story for yourself and your child. So, this is a calling for you. If you're this mom, know that I'm speaking to you. And your inner child loves you so much, that is within you, the little girl, that she wants you to come and hold her hand and pay attention to her. And your child, your own child, your son, your daughter, is waiting for you. It's going to cheer you on. It's going to be so happy that you took that step, that it's courageous and loving and so empowering, because you're powerful and beautiful and you can do that. So now we're going to look at the second type, which can be also the first type, a combination. Many times it is. But the second type is that the mom hero, the superwoman mom. And I'm saying it in positive ways, but there are some negative traits to that. It's the mom that is like I can do it all by myself. I can do this on my own. I don't need anyone else. This very strong warrior mom. This mom has this big shield, right? She is, wow. You feel her presence and you know that you cannot mess with this kind of mom. She will fight like crazy. She'll fight for her child. But also, this can be a different side of the first mom. And you can find yourself in this. Is this mom, she's got like big shield, big masculine shield. This masculine energy, which is, we have masculine and feminine energies inside of us, each one of us, no matter what gender we are. So I'm referring to the energies here. And she is like, wow. Her mother most likely was either very strong mother, and she learned that as a child, that she had to take care of everything and do it on her own. You know, whether the father was not present or not in his masculine energy that is embodied, and it's the leadership role, and he didn't play that role, and he wasn't creating the safety and security through his energy and embodiment in the family, so the mom had to take care of everything, or the father wasn't present at all. So I saw this so many times with my clients, in my own life, in the generational kind of imprint and DNA within our own family and ancestral DNA, where my great grandma was the manager of the whole family of 8 children. I don't know much about my great grandfather, but I know about my great grandma was. You can tell I did a lot of digging into our family dynamics, because this is my expertise. The inner child work and the family dynamics and energies and masculine and feminine energies playing within each one of us, and how they relate to our family and generational, I would say, karma or ancestral karma, but it's basically how we act and what kind of realities, how we show up in the realities, and what kind of life we create. So let's I'm looking at my own great grandma and how she was emotionally unavailable, where she was a boss in our family, and how my grandma is a boss in our family, and she can be emotionally unavailable, and then my mom suffered from that the same way my grandma suffered from emotional unavailable mother. My mom suffered in this way, and I suffered in this way, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at all of those imprints in our DNA and looking at this an emotionally unavailable, not supported feminine through the masculine. They can be also emotionally unavailable. And then you have this emotional unavailable imprint that is a pattern that it's coming from one generation until another generation. And then you struggle because you've got a highly sensitive child in your family. And you've got to be, something unlocks within you. Like, my mom and I were talking about this just a few days ago, realizing how much Samko opened our hearts and changed us, right? And how he really opened something within us, something very deep. But the thing is that we both were struggling with the pattern of being overly independent, having the masculine shield kind of woman that, oh, I can do this on myself, I don't need help from anyone, because I got this all handled. And then you're just running around, stressed, 100,000 things to do, and you're completely disconnected from your feminine nature, which is wisdom, surrender, trust into the unknown, tapping into the unknown, knowing how to navigate an unknown, Okay, knowing how to navigate an unknown, not through like trying to find all these resources and like knowledge and information in the external source, but going deep within and finding answers there. And then you're disconnected from your child. Your child, he's having meltdowns, and it's feel abandoned, and you wonder why your child is acting certain ways. They can actually try to get your attention through their behavior that is repetitive, or making sounds, making noises, slamming on doors, whatever. They can actually try to get your attention to see them. My brother does this so many times. Like I spoke to my mom, and I was like, he wants to be part of a conversation. As I spoke about in the last episode, he wants to be part of a conversation. He's nonverbal, but he's got a lot to say, okay? And he's showing us. So we start having a conversation, we talk about something, and Samko will come and start making sounds. But he makes sounds and says things like, yo, 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 and he says things like that, or he's trying to make noises while talking. He's interrupting us. We're like, Samko, like in the past we were like, Samko, we're talking, like to try to be quiet. But then we were like, wait, he's trying to say something. He's trying to be part of a conversation. So we invited him into the conversation. And we had to lean into our feminine, into our intuition, into our empathy and beautiful gift in terms of like tapping into the unknown and tapping into his energy, his aura, and listening to what he's trying to say. Not being in our mind, but in our body. Being in our body. This is a life-changing thing. For all your moms out there, even dads, you've got to be in your body. Not in your head, because when you're in your head, you can many times leave your body. So creating safety by being present with yourself, being connected to your body and feeling safe in your body through breath work, mindfulness, yoga, a lot of different practices, and embodied practice. And healing whatever is coming up for you through the inner child healing or trauma-informed work and healing, and different modalities work for you. What I work I do with myself and my clients is embodiment, connection to our body. I work with women, and I teach them how to connect to the body, how to feel into that body, into the center, how to can navigate the emotions, but most importantly, how to connect to their inner child, the part within them, their soul and the subconscious that is running this brain through actually trying to be seen and heard. Like there's this inner child within you that's trying to be seen and heard. And it's bringing all those memories to you for a reason, because this little girl wants to release them and be free and happy and peaceful. Like that's the whole purpose why she's bringing all those memories to you. It's not to haunt you or stop you from living your life to the fullest. It's actually to help you. So this is how you actually step back and stop trying to control everything. And stop trying to know it all because you feel like you're not good enough, or everything that you're doing is not enough. You feel like you struggle, but it's okay to struggle. It's okay not to know everything. Because when you stop trying to know everything and stop trying to find, like look for the resources and answers outside of yourself, you will actually find them within yourself. You will realize how simple it is, that you already know the answers. You're just exhausting yourself by being stressed out and completely just losing your shit, and that affects your child. that your child is highly sensitive to everything you're feeling. So if you're feeling sadness, heartbreak, stress, anger, frustration, whatever, your child absorbs it and then has higher meltdowns. And it has higher sensory overloads because the highly sensitive children are literally, myself included, I'm highly sensitive as well, are overwhelmed through all of those energies. So you're trying to help your child, but you're actually not helping your child. So this is me playing with my hair here, streaming. But this is the whole point, like you're not helping your child. If you're in your head and you're stressed out, simple as that. If you're in those lower frequencies of your energies, that needs to be released. Now, this is not about thinking positive all the time and following the secret and all this kind of things. The spirituality that I practice is based on being informed of your trauma, the sick energy that is within your heart, and releasing it, and actually acceptance. The acceptance and presence are two big themes in my life, and it's acceptance. Acceptance, it doesn't mean agreeing to what happened, it means making peace. I actually use this like simple method, it's called acceptance method with my clients. Sometimes I switch around based on what my clients need, but I use it a lot, and it made huge transformation in my life and huge enormous transformation in my client's life. Like, it's a beautiful tool that I teach women how to make peace with the past and how to move on and reprogram those things that they believe in, but how to create deeply beautiful relationship with themselves and with their inner child, and how to trust themselves as women, reconnect to their feminine nature, because that's where your greatest gifts and wisdom lays, and it's here in you. And once I started practicing this and reconnecting back to my own femininity and all that wisdom, my relationship with my brother just enormously changed. And my mom saw this as an example, as a positive role model in our family, because it's like three of us. Like, my mom calls us like Holy Trinity. She calls me Jesus too, which is hilarious. she's like, I'm a father, here's the son, and you're the Holy Spirit. Because they always like bringing on this like knowledge and wisdom. You will bring this wisdom. Wow, the lights are getting stronger right on my computer now. If you watch this video, you will see. Yeah, it's a sign. Yeah, I bring this light and calm presence. And my mom really loves it. It really helps her. Even when we're not together physically, I bring that calm presence and I listen and I pay attention to her inner child and her energy and what she's trying to say. And that's same with my brother. And it's really beautiful. And this is what I do with my clients. I see you and I just see you and I see you. I see your pain and see your heart. I see your power. And I make sure that you remember your power and then you reclaim that power. So it's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And we're all in this together, as I always say. So whether you're mom 1 or mom 2 or both, and this resonates with you, you're here for a reason, make sure to send me a message. Just go ahead. Click the link in the description box. There is the discovery call that is for free, where we actually have a chat. No obligation. We can just get to know each other and see if we're meant to work together, what options I have, and if I can actually support you on making those positive changes happen so you can live a happy life, a happy autism life. Yay! So thank you very much for being present and listening and witnessing and watching and listening, because that's the key, to listen. So take care, and I'll send you my love and hugs. Thank you very much for listening to Happy Autism Podcast. We really do appreciate your support, and what would even help us more spread the message, and in exchange for wonderful bonuses from Samko and myself, go to patreon.com/happyautism and check what we've got to offer and how we actually can support this cause, awareness, and empowerment. Thank you for being with us on this journey. See you next time.